Where we left off, it was a couple days ago before our next adventure. We managed to find all the gems for Embryo's laser to destroy the Cortex vortex. After the vortex got destroyed, it shattered into pieces, and leaving a big one falling down to Earth. To our misfortune, the impact crash-landed onto a temple, freeing the Master of Evil, Uka Uka.
Free at last.
Uka Uka is free? No, it cannot be.
When we all heard that sinister evil laugh, we were so scared and worried that we had to hurry inside Crash's house. And Aku Aku had some explaining to do. For you see, Crash's arch-enemy, Dr. Neo Cortex, was working for Uka Uka. He gave Cortex simple instructions to find all the crystals so they can take over the world together.
But you lost the gems, you lost the crystals, and I have lost my patience. But since your bumbling has managed to set me free, I am feeling generous.
Uka Uka believes there's still a way to harness crystal power to enslave the Earth. And it will be all thanks to Dr. Entropy's time twister machine. Aku Aku told us that he imprisoned his evil twin brother Uka Uka a long time ago so the world can be safe from his mayhem once again. How ironic, history repeats itself. We destroyed Cortex's space station again, and then Uka Uka becomes free once again too. Well, it could be worse, Nate. Uka Uka would probably be more powerful than the last time we encountered him. Well, what really matters is that now my evil twin brother is free once again. He must be stopped. Well, here we go again. Come on, Nate, it'll be fun. And you get to go with me this time. That is true, I didn't as a kid. Let's go! Aku Aku has taken us to the new and improved time twister machine. Uka Uka and Dr. Cortex were going to use it to gather crystals that were scattered across time. So it was up to us to get those crystals before the bad guys do.
Crash, crash, crash. Why must you always muck in my mud? Oh, look! I have a mask helping me, too. We will find out which one is more powerful soon enough.
We always start with the first level because it's the easiest. We travel back to medieval times, where there were oversized frogs, knights, and wizards. Yes, finding the first crystal was easy, but sooner or later, Cortex and Uka Uka are going to make it harder for Crash and Coco to find the other crystals. Well, as long as we have Aku Aku on our side, he can protect us from any danger his evil brother puts against us. It's fun to be invincible. You can just run on hazards, get rid of enemies quickly, break boxes, and destroy explosives without even getting hurt. It was a cinch finding a crystal in the prehistoric era, but what we should have expected was that giant vicious beasts existed in that time. But we make it to the end no problem. Sometimes Coco can still get into action again, like she can ride on her best and loyal tiger friend, Pyrrha. Thanks, Pyrrha. You're such a good kitty. Aww, that's so sweet and adorable. Now, Crash and Coco can't try every single level. Some of them may require each of their skills, like Crash can scuba dive. Kind of odd for Crash because he can't even swim. Well, at least Crash can get through those levels faster and easier with a torpedo-launching fish. And when Coco travels to the years of the pirates, she can drive an awesome jet ski to break all the boxes floating on the ocean water. But she does have to watch out for bombs and pirates. After Coco managed to get the 5th crystal, Crash then had to face off an old foe he fought from his previous adventure, Tiny Tiger.
Crash! Hold the cryptic crystals! Leave them for Tiny, or Crash get crushed!
Yes, Tiny then worked for Cortex, even after his last defeat. But this doesn't stop Crash from defeating Tiny by just spinning into him after he stuck his pitchfork into the ground. Though I wouldn't be too sure about the lions. But you know, that Crash is so good that he won't give up no matter how many lives it takes. After Crash defeated Tiny, he got the super belly flop move that packs a good punch. Looked like everyone was disappointed at Tiny for failing to crush Crash.
Tiny was a good fellow. He hated everyone and everything. Please be more reasonable with my minions next time.
Now that Crash and Coco had gathered the first 5 crystals, they can now go to the next 5 levels to collect more. Crash also gets to try his new powerful body slam move, which works great on any surrounding crates. Now some of the levels, like the medieval ones, are similar, but they sometimes have different challenges and different enemies, like wizards that can turn you into a frog. There are also some levels that are more different, and the Bandicoots haven't experienced them in a long while, like Ancient Arabia, Ancient Egypt, and racing a motorcycle in the 1950s. After Crash got the 10th crystal, he then had to face a deadly mixed-up foe he hasn't seen in a while.
Break out the butter! I'm gonna make toast!
Dingodile is a mix between a dingo and a crocodile. Crash does all he can to avoid his flamethrower, and after spinning at him a couple times, Dingodile has failed again, just like before.
Mate, no worries. You'll soon be up against much worse.
It was fun to bounce on Dingo after defeating him. And Crash got the double jump ability, which looks pretty useful for most things. After defeating Dingodile, we encountered another old foe we haven't seen for so long.
I am Dr. Nefarious Tropy, master of time and the creator of the very time twister machine you see before you.
I actually liked Entropy a lot better when we first met him. He looked more like the lovable genie from Aladdin. This new version of Entropy, however, is kinda creepy. Scared you, didn't I? Sorry. Anyway, now that Crash has the double jump ability, he can jump twice as high, just like he always did in the old days. He can also jump even higher from crouching or sliding too. And looky here, Crash found another friend he hadn't seen in a while. Since baby T-Rex was abandoned, Crash decided to adopt him once again and go for a ride on him when he wants to. Meanwhile, Coco is giving Crash some assistance in some other levels to collect crystals too. Oh watch, this is funny. That always makes me laugh when they splattered onto the screen. Well, the best way to get rid of those two-headed brutes is to bounce on their heads. Yeah, that double jump does come in handy. While Crash and Coco were finding the crystals, they also discovered some hidden areas that include a gem. Some of the secret areas include more boxes to break, and there are some areas that may require you to reach the platform to it without dying. And speaking of dying, here's a useful tip. If you have plenty of lives, you can die in the secret area on purpose just to go back to the last checkpoint, That way, you can still break all the other boxes in the level you wouldn't want to miss. It's the best and quickest way to get all the goods at the same time.
Just you continue to gather crystals and see what I do.
Now you're on my time, you little skunk! Give me the crystals!
It was then that Crash had to defeat Dr. Nefarious Trophy before he'll take all the crystals from them. It was kind of easy, because Crash just had to do a lot of jumping just to dodge and get to Trophy.
My time is up, but yours soon will be too. You insignificant morons! By defeating Entropy, you have placed us all in grave danger!
Crash, Coco, you must realize that this time twister machine is very delicate. Without Dr. Entropy's constant care and control, who knows what it will do?
But we didn't care. The Time Twister machine was evil, and we had to put a stop to it and end Tropy. After defeating Tropy, Crash got this super power-up that he can spin multiple times and glide across long gaps. We then explored the far future frenzy, where there are funky-looking buildings, flying saucers, and conveyor walkways. Crash also had to face some other challenging obstacles in other levels, like the Egyptian tombs that fill up with water and drains back down again. Yeah, Crash still can't swim, so he sinks and drowns if he goes into deep water. Once again, Crash and Coco were doing great gathering the crystals and gems. The crystals may be more important, but collecting gems are important too. Sometimes it just takes a bit of practice and patience to get all the crates carefully in the same level, even if it means they have to go back to the previous levels they've already beaten. They also had to travel back to World War I and destroy Cortex's aerial attack army. Thanks to Coco's piloting skills, she then had to help Crash defeat Cortex's cyborg assistant, Dr. Engine, once again.
So, you want to go a few rounds? And this is over. We'll see who is obsolete.
It did take a lot of shooting to get at him, but Coco and Pyrrha did their best to work together, and they succeeded.
It's funny how history repeats itself. Yet again, Engine has failed to defeat you.
And as a reward for defeating Engine, Crash and Coco got this awesome fruit bazooka weapon. Very useful to shoot at enemies from a distance, even against stronger enemies you couldn't normally hit with a single spin. It also works on crates and some that are hard to reach too.
So the end is in sight. Gather another 5 crystals, and again you will have foiled my plan. Or will you?
I knew he would, because Crash Bandicoot always wins. No matter how many lives it takes, he never gives up on trying again. Even Coco was getting the hang of things once again. Like after collecting the green gem, she can activate some crates she may have missed from before in the second future level. Crash was also doing awesome at getting the hang of his driving skills, and some skills he learned from his sister. It's really nice to see how brother and sister work together in harmony, and they learn the abilities they shared for each other. They also gave Uka Uka some credit for helping and protecting them too. After they managed to get all the crystals, once again another final showdown with Cortex began.
Crash Bandicoot, for the last time, give the crystals to me!
Crash, you deal with Cortex. I'll handle Uka Uka myself. You got this, Crash. You can do it! It wasn't that easy, because while the Uka Uka Mask Brothers fought against each other, Crash had to keep out of the way of their attacks. And once Cortex's shield goes down, that's when Crash gets to strike him. After knocking Cortex down into the hole a few times, he finally had enough.
Defeated again. This is not fair.
It's not over, Bandicoot. There are still the gems. We still have a chance to triumph.
Yep, once again, it was not over yet. Our good, friendly Bandicoot mad scientist, Brain Bandicoot, had told us that if we're going to find all the gems, there's something else we need to collect too. Brain showed us a secret platform elevator that took us down to Cortex's lab assistant making factory. And there happen to be some extra levels that can only be open if you collect the right amount of time relics. And in order to do that, Crash and Coco had to beat the best time for each level. Good thing they got the speed shoes to run faster with. Perfect for beating time trials. If they're fast enough, they'd achieve a gold relic. Or sometimes a platinum relic if they're lucky. When Crash and Coco collect enough relics, they'll get to find gems in cool secret levels that never contained any crystals, like the Sunset Jet Ski level with an active volcano. The main goal to grab the gems in these levels is to carefully break all the crates, even the nitro ones. There are also some warp orbs that can take you to a secret part of the main level where you can't reach from it, and find a special gem at the end. It's not all that easy. If you want to get up to 105% completion, you'd have to find all the gems and earn all relics, gold or platinum. But if you happen to find any colored gems, platforms and gates that require the exact color will take you to another clear gem, or break extra boxes in the same level to get another one. Watch how Crash handled this part. Another close shave thanks to Crash's Super Spin power-up. And if Crash has all the colored gems, he can go through a more difficult run on level 25. It requires all found colored gems to get at it. Crash has also discovered some cool secrets in a couple levels, like a pterodactyl took him to a hidden level where Baby T can give Crash a fun high-hopping ride. That's how you get 5 more in 100% of the game. Find the hidden levels and earn extra gems and relics. They are much trickier though, because you'd have to figure out the time to beat yourself and break all the crates carefully without starting over again from the last checkpoint. Then, when Crash and Coco found all the collectibles, Crash got to defeat Cortex one last time.
The Bandicoot has brought all of the crystals and all of the gems to me! Ultimate power is mine! The world as we know it is about to end!
But Uka Uka was wrong. Crash Bandicoot always wins.
No, it cannot be! Not a prisoner of time again!
Since the Time Twister machine was not keeping it together, we had to make an escape. And believe me, it was a good thing we did. Now that time and the world was saved once again, we took a break and celebrated Christmas a little early. And as for the bad guys, well, it was kinda difficult to say.
Give me the mask! When then I shall take over the world! Come on!
Wait, there's just one more thing I want to share here. That never gets old for me.